Just as a matter of interest, how did you find those participants?
We didn't.
How were they found? So, participants...
Outreach work. Particularly at age of participants are, they've not got digital skills today because they may have been in the job for like 20, 30.
Why is that a problem?
Participant sessions. There's one that's just started working as a key worker and he used to be on the programme with.
And then we also have personal journeys where participants have been supported and then they've turned into the supporter because it's had such an impact on them.
Into...
Yeah, people.
And then all put together as one and see how you can use that is
Really diverse, yeah, partners. And what do you think made you started off with people like Bernardo's in the partnership? Large housing associations.
Couldn't you have delivered this programme without
Good afternoon, and I've now got Donna Marshall, the Deputy CEO of Cellnet, with us, and I'm going to ask her some questions about the Building Better Opportunities project. Good afternoon, Donna.
Good afternoon. Hi, Rachel.
So, tell me, what made you want to go for it? What made you want to put a bid in for Building Better Opportunities?
I think the size of it attracted us, so it's a lot of funding. We fancied putting together a project that was made up of partners like us, so from the not-for-profit sector, all social enterprises. We knew that they could get right to the heart of communities and help deprived people to improve their lives. So we thought, do you know what, we've got a good track record in project management. Why don't we have a go? Why don't we have a go and enable all these partners a share of this funding which they wouldn't get on their own?
Well, the two things for me. The team, a diverse and adaptable and strong team, and the partners that we work with. Ultimately, we can't do it without them. And the partners are based across the whole of Lancashire with so many different strengths. That's been the success, I think.
One of the nice things for me is that it's not mandated. So all the participants are volunteers, and all our delivery partners, because of where they are, the geographical areas, they are county-wide, and it's all the wraparound support, partners, the delivery support services we offer, and the participants.
We couldn't have done it without the partners. We've got the skill in terms of project management. We know how to manage European funding. We've done that before, but we don't do frontline delivery. We needed partners who specialise in working with Lancashire residents.
And when you say partners, what sort of organisations were they?
We started off with people like Bernardo's in the partnership.
Big names.
Large housing associations, Places for People, Community Gateway, right down to really small, really local organisations. His Provision over in Blackpool, we've got Intact, from Ingle in Preston. So they're the sort of people we wanted to work with, people who had access to the people that need support through this project.
You know, there've been hiccups, there've been challenges along the way, a lot of them. There were a lot of changes to start with in guidance, in paperwork, in things we couldn't do. It was never that clear, but so we had to really adapt and sort of constantly ask questions and challenge things and advise our partners as we went along.
With us having so many different delivery partners, we have a high change of staff sometimes, but we've also managed to retain those staff. So keeping up with training, delivering new rules and compliance issues.
The BBO projects were ESF and loss refunded, so a lot of the paperwork and the guidance a lot of the partners weren't used to. So that were one of the biggest and major issues that we've seen. Even lost some partners along the way because of the vast amount of paperwork that was involved.
And so building relationships with them was really important to make them sort of understand, where we were coming from and how we were sort of supporting them with those changes.
It's changed. I think the project's completely evolved over the last 6 years, and it looks very different from what it did on paper. We started to deliver and thought, this doesn't quite work, and one of the projects, in particular the Over 50s project, the model did not work.
Oh, right.
It just didn't work for people. People wanted a key worker, someone they could get to know and to trust, and that model wasn't built around having that one key worker. So we had a midterm evaluation that helped us to diagnose the problem, and we completely overhauled the model while it was still in delivery, which we're pretty proud of. There was no sort of stop in delivery, And now it works better. It works like the other two projects.
So what strength do you feel that you have that enabled you to overcome the problems that you had? What strengths did Cellnet have, or the partnership?
Cellnet and its partners were flexible, really flexible. We asked them to completely change what we'd asked them to do in the start, and they did. And they did it without any downtime. They did it, while the project was still delivering, and we didn't have any dip in performance either. They just kept delivering. So I think flexibility, resilience, a passion to still deliver, and to stick at something which looked like it might have been failing. They just stuck at it and thought, right, well, we'll do it differently. And there was no challenge to that. When our evaluator said, I think the model needs changing, partners didn't challenge us on that at all.
I think being in the sector we're in has been a strength, because we're not this massive bureaucratic body that has to go numerous levels to get an answer for things or to put an idea forward. If somebody doesn't understand something, or if there's a problem that arises, we're quick, I think, to tackle that. That's been a strength, I think, and that's made us resilient, because we can adapt and we can support each other.
Obviously at Cellnet we did go from a small team to a rather large team, but everybody's skill set within that, everybody's different experiences, everybody's different type of training that they'd had would help you overcome any of the bumps that you saw along the way.
When you bring it all together and those individual stories, how many thousands of people have gone through the project and the numbers of jobs, and that's massive and it's amazing. But then when you drill it down and you realise that, there might be somebody who didn't get a job, but they were able to leave the house and support the child to get into school, and different things like that are really important. It's been outstanding in terms of the impact it's had across Lancashire. So yeah, they're proud to be part of it.
I think there was a couple of really strong quotes that came out of the midterm evaluation where people told us that without BBO they wouldn't be here. Wow. And I think that touched a nerve with all of us. The job that Cellnet do, the back office function, sometimes is really dry and really difficult, and you don't get to see the benefits of what you're doing. You don't get to see it like delivery staff do. But to hear that and to know we had a part of that, that's what I'm most proud of, because that's what we wanted to do. Bring the programme in and deliver something that would actually change people's lives. Not just spend public money and sort of get half a job done, but change people's lives. And we're not at the end yet, but we know we've already done that.
Yeah, we were resilient. Like I said, there were loads of different types of bumps along the way. But as a team, you'd talk about the issues, we'd overcome them. There was a point in the project where we realised there were gaps in provision, so we went out and procured those services. Anything that we did come across the whole of the project, I think we've just managed really well in terms of our experience, how we've dealt with it, and our resilience just to keep going no matter what.
I think the best gift that the funders gave to us when they allowed us to run the project is the flexibility in delivery. They trusted in us and our partners to go out and deliver whatever programme is best for that participant, and there's no two journeys that have been the same. So I think the biggest thing in this project is its flexibility. We've been told to do whatever that person sitting in front of you needs to get them where they want to be.
I think it's definitely going to leave a big legacy that if there isn't something else in place, it will be missed. I think there is a big gap within the market that certain companies don't fill, especially as you don't get as much support as what you want. Like I said, we are that shoulder. So if you can't get a job because you've no driving licence, we help you with that. If you've just come out of prison, you've nowhere to live, we help you with that. It's special to be able to work with people with so many different skills and knowledge. Yeah. And then all coming together as one and seeing how you can use that is very strong, it's very powerful.
We've proved that we can work across Lancashire without excluding any borough, any community. We've proved that we can deliver a project on behalf of all local authorities, and we've proved that we can deliver something that's really, really meaningful, and it's all delivered through the not-for-profit sector. It's delivered by social enterprises, replacing a lot of the statutory services that should be out there. And I think we should be shouting about that in Lancashire. What our sector has done over the last 6 years together is brilliant.
Well, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.